Welcome to February. It's a beautiful day. We got some much needed rain. It's going to be way warmer than normal or average over the next week. And then it'll probably get cooler again. So it's always a little bit tricky dealing with the garden stuff. Things have a tendency to start to grow and then they might get hit by frost again. Some of the trees and shrubs I am starting to prune. The apricots I'm going to leave because technically you're not supposed to prune those until the buds swell, and there's no bud swelling yet. But you can see over here all the little naturalized daffodils are popping up. Got a bunch through here too. That's my little apothecary rose. You can barely see it. I think I might kind of cage it a little bit this year so it has more of a chance to grow before deer start nibbling on it. Still some kale and collards hanging on, although they look a bit bedraggled because of the freezing temperatures. I may take everything out except for the two collards that look more robust, and then I will start some greens inside and maybe put them out closer to March. This whole section here I'm going to turn over, might rake out the leaves first. Those two little things here are marjoram, and I'm not sure if they're going to come back or not. I might leave them, but I have 3 different varieties of poppy, bread seed poppy, that I have not, well, I should say this. Every year I just scatter the seed when I'm picking the poppies, so a lot of them come up on their own. But I want to separate these 3 varieties because they're all different. There's a purple one, a red one, and a white one. And I think what I'm going to do is move out all of this leaf matter here, just rake it to the side, turn the soil over a little bit, and then get some mushroom compost or something like that so that I can just scatter the poppy seeds and in sections, and then just put a light coating of something on top of them. They should have, what is it, stratification. They should be hit by frost a little bit, so it would be good to get them in now. But there are things, there's the, what is that stuff called? Dead nettle is coming back. I've got one of my hollyhocks still hanging in there. And there are a number of the, oh look, it's trash, lovely. Foxglove, that they don't like completely die back. They just kind of hang in there. And there's a bunch of them in here, so I'm hoping that they will all hang in there until spring so I could have more of a foxglove glade right here. The yarrow always seems to hold on. Everything else, well, there's a little bit of wormwood there too. Everything else is pretty much gone. I need to cut back this sage over here. Let's look in here. Let's see what's going on in here. So that sage all needs to be cut back and before it starts putting out new growth. Same with the oregano and the thyme. This mustard has kind of gone kaput, but this red kale is doing okay. All of these things I need to turn over. These were cover crops in here. So I need to turn these guys over and then get into the raspberries here, which my plan for here is to take out everything that's in the center and to keep 2 rows of raspberries on either side with some supports to keep them kind of growing up instead of flopping over. And that way they'll be easier to harvest, because this year I had to kind of get in a thicket to harvest some of them, and so a lot of them went unharvested. And this is the yuzu that is hanging on. It's weathered the temperature changes okay. Has not blossomed yet. I'm not sure when they blossom, but I'll probably prune it down to about here. And you know, there's just a lot of little things to do out here, even though it is technically, I suppose, the dead of winter. So it doesn't look like a whole lot, but there's always things to do. So that's what's going on. I have a zine being printed with Holga and Pinhole winter imagery. It's like the first one I'm doing, so I'll see how that turns out. It's like 20 pages, and if it looks good, it'll probably be like $10, and I'll have some up on my Etsy until I start doing Patreon, and then they may be a reward for like a $5 a month tier. And I'm working on some cards, some note cards with floral and botanical themes. But I do want to do some Baba Yaga hut note cards with cyanotype. So there's a lot that I'm working on, so stay tuned. Oh yes, and somebody asked to have like a long form video on how to make the these things, the flag strings, and I will do that, but in the meantime I think I'm going to create a how-to playlist here, so that any of my how-tos, whether that's about making infused oils or anything photographic or artistic or anything like that, they'll all be included there. So I hope to get at that maybe later today. So I hope you're all doing well, enjoying a beautiful 1st of February, doing all we can to make our way through these uncertain times. All right, take care everyone. Bye.